Sandton. How's Nthakoana? What's the latest there?
Well, good afternoon, Ausnompu. We have heard from the president, and now what is going on inside the Africa room are what are called president chats. And these are panels that feature the presidents that you've spoken about that are here from Senegal, from Ghana, from Ethiopia, from Guinea, from Cameroon. And these are heads of state and government that have come and heeded the call of the African Development Bank and President Cyril Ramaphosa to be part of this inaugural Africa Investment Conference and Forum. And of course, they're talking, as you've heard the president, about making Africa the #1 continent on the globe. But of course, we're talking about a continent of 1.2 billion people, and these people need to be fed. They need to produce their own food. They need to produce their own products that they can sell among themselves as well as to the rest of the world. And we've heard from billionaires like Aliko Dangote as well as Patrice Motsepe, our own Patrice Motsepe, and they're saying that they are happy that finally they seem to have presidents who understand what business people are saying and what the private sector is saying, who seem to understand that this continent should be driven by investment. And of course, the president of the African Development Bank, Dr. Adesina, saying that this continent cannot eat potential, because this is what has been happening all along. We've been saying the continent has potential, but people can't eat potential. Let's talk to one of the investors who are here at this conference from Egypt, from the Commercial Bank of Egypt, or Commercial International Bank of Egypt, Marwan Amin. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, we have to start with the challenges, because you ought to have come through challenges for you to be here today.
I think, first of all, let me start off by saying I'd like to thank the State of South Africa for hosting such a wonderful conference and forum. I think this is a fantastic idea and a fantastic platform on which for us to build upon as an African continent. It's exactly what we need. And just like they said yesterday, we want to speed up, synergize, and scale up, which is exactly what we want to achieve for this continent. However, I think the challenges we are facing as the African continent is the problem that we're not interconnected enough in terms of aviation and transportation. But I think the one main issue impeding real African achievement is the fact that travel into Africa as Africans becomes very difficult. So as an Egyptian, we require 38 visas to travel. 38 visas to travel across Africa, which makes the ease of doing business very difficult. And I think if we want to see something like the Africa Investment Forum succeed, we need from the higher up, the regulatory governments, to really try and address this issue, because it's a key issue of improving the business environment in Africa.
But it feels to me like we're still talking very high level, because I said to several people that I spoke to, while we have presidents of banks here and today we have heads of states and government, we still have a disconnect between forums and fora like these and the ordinary people that are supposed to benefit. I know President Cyril Ramaphosa has repeatedly in his statement, as well as on the panel, said that the presidents and the banks have to ensure that ordinary people benefit. Now, as an investor, do you feel that you are being talked to?
I feel as an investor that we know what needs to be achieved. We have the desire needs to be achieved. There is a slight disconnect, but we're working towards making sure that within the forums and the people that we want to deliver the better life and productivity to, through such forums we'll achieve that. Platforms, continuous discussions, really reaching out and talking to the people we want to help. They should be part of the forum as well. We should try to bring some of these people who we want to deliver this improved lifestyle to, hear from them. We need to hear from these people as well.
So what sort of appetite does the Commercial International Bank have sectors for? I mean, what sort of sectors do you have appetite for?
We're looking for all sectors. We have appetite. It's the African continent and it's full of opportunity everywhere. So there's nothing really we're limiting ourselves to.
Well, I spoke earlier to the MEC, and that is the Provincial Minister of Transport here in the Gauteng province, and he said that he's looking for people to invest in the expansion of the Gautrain. Will you say yes to that?
Well, think about it.
I'm putting you on the spot.
Yes.
Well, there you have it, Nompu. These are just some of the investors. We heard from the president of the bank saying that this is no longer a talk shop. This is a transactional event. They're expecting to pen down deals here, and they're expecting these presidents to go into boardrooms and discuss with investors and come out with more than 300 deals that are worth more than 200 billion US dollars. And we will hear at the end of this how much they've achieved. Nompu?
Thanks, Nthakoana.